Oi, this is Kaizoku Uncharted, where a couple of siblings tell the vast sea of anime. If you think this is the crew for you, set sail with us each week. I'm Jakia.
And Justin. In the news. The news.
The news.
Remonster Season 2 has been confirmed.
That's not, I'm excited about that.
Me too. It was great.
It was a great show. I feel like it was a show that a lot of people slept on.
It kept it classy.
I mean, there were some moments where we were just like, hey, but overall, it was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
Pretty good show. Moved us forward in the world of goblins.
Blue Lock Anime Season 3 as well. I like the first part.
Okay.
As well as a live action movie have both been officially announced.
I just don't know why everyone keeps getting on this live action thing. I'm like, we already have the show. There's... What else do people want? It's the same story. I just don't get it.
You know what? It's giving people jobs.
I mean, look, I suppose it's for somebody, but who are these people? And I bet you my bottom dollar that the people... It's not even going to be good casting. I can already feel it. I can already tell it's not going to be good casting. Oh.
The movie's set to air the summer of 2026.
That's none of my business.
Right. And that's the news.
Okay. Pretty good news. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. I'm going to start us off.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, Justin, I can start things off. Okay. Let's go ahead and talk about summer's finally over. So this is the recapping episodes 10 through 12/13 for some shows, because some shows were at 13. And so let's get into it. So I'm gonna start us off with Scooped Up by an S rank adventurer.
Okay.
I'm okay with how the show ended. And this is just me jumping.
Okay.
Obviously. I'm okay with how the show ended. I feel like it was like, you know what? We finally got a person who was kicked out of the hero's party. Ended up finding a group, like an actual good, adventurer group who actually knew how to...
A stronger group.
A stronger group that can back it up, that's respectful, they kept it classy, They're like, they're friends. They're committed to being in a party with one another. Mm-hmm. And they're committed to, their growth. They're just like, hey, even though we're S-rank, we're going to keep doing that, putting in the work. And I'm like, that's great. We finally, his teacher finally shows up and finally, engages with him. Because I was like, it's about time. Everybody else has made an appearance to Lloyd. But, everyone in his party shot. They're like, this your teacher, Merlin, of the legendary party? And he was like... Yeah.
I don't know about legendary.
I mean, that's what he was saying. He's just like, yo, are we talking about the same person? But,
I like that everybody knows the legendary alchemist. He confronted that demon. He's like, wait a minute. Are you watching my girl?
And he's like, yeah.
and I'm like, he's surprised he was able to escape. I'm surprised he was able to escape. I don't think there was much of an escape. Like you said, you were jumping.
I did, but I just had to say
my thing is this.
Okay.
Good show. It's fine. It's not great.
It's that's what I mean. It was a solid show. I thought it was just refreshing because we haven't seen this in. I don't think I've seen it.
This is a solid show. I was really annoyed by the last 3 episodes.
It was.
And I'm like, first of all, these demons are coming for Claire again.
And I was like, how is Michelle back? I was like, what's going on?
He hit what the guy was like, you got a lot of nerve showing up.
He did, and I was like 100%, because he was like...
But he explained it, and I was like, oh, no, 100%. He was like, why, you have to get paid. And I was like... No,
and I was just like...
This adds up.
I was like, this is fair. So I was like, okay, but I was with him. We're like, what are you doing?
We meet Theron, the high-headed ice crystal hero. But what I didn't like, the whole thing was just so dumb. I'm like, we are on a mission escorting Claire.
Yeah.
Why are people not always with Claire?
You know what? There's an art to escorting people. And you know what? I've seen from time to time again from different shows, a lot of people don't have that skill. You know, which is maybe why a lot of people don't take escort jobs. You know, so... But they thought they could. Who knows?
And then they kind of just... I don't want to say went downhill.
I mean, when what's his name? Cillian, or when he got on the screen, I was like, who is this kid? Like, what does he want?
I mean, all of a sudden they, like, got a chimera. Like, they were fusing monsters.
It just escalated so quickly.
Yeah, it was, like, rushed.
It was a bit rushed. I think this show, they could have, like...
I didn't care for the fact, somehow, if he interacted with ancient magic, something was possibly going to happen. He ends up meeting the former member of the party. I think it's like Scylla or something. I forget the name. Yeah. Whoever the guy was. Yeah. The thing Merlin was concerned about, he helped steer him back to the land of the living, I guess.
Right.
You know, I was just like, all right. I'm like, okay. So, yeah. And then, like, out of nowhere, there's, like, this hidden room inside the castle with this other, I don't want to say member of the legendary party, but they know of her.
Right.
Like, Merlin was interacting with them. The last 3 episodes just kind of like...
It was rushed.
I was like, whatever.
I feel like it was rushed. I think this show, they would have did themselves a favor by, like, extending it out to be, like, a 16er, or just go all the way and do a 24. Because, like, they had that opportunity to do so, like, just to, like, focus on certain characters so it wouldn't just be so, like, bam, all at once.
They just didn't have to introduce the whole other dimension, ancient magic thing. Like, we all did our quote-unquote training arc.
Yeah. We're meeting
this strong demon. We found out about his mana armor. When they were breaking it down about, oh, you only can do it if you actually see it. You know, we're learning stuff. Just defeat the guy. If you want to be a chimera, fine. It's going out of control. You know, it looks like Michelle was willing to sacrifice himself. Because, like, oh, something unexpected, yada, yada, yada. Right. The creature actually had enough brains to block that stairwell when we tried to leave. Like, just defeat the creature. Let Merlin and the alchemist keep spooking up and, like, watching us from afar. I'm fine with that. And then you could have ended the show, and that would have been the end of it. Like, it was a solid show.
I mean, hey, I feel like we're on the same page. It was a good show. Thought it was refreshing, something different. I'm not mad at it. I'm okay. Like I said, I'm okay with how it ended. Like, just felt like it was rushed. But I'm just like, it is what it is. Not everybody can do a 12er smoothly, and that's all right. All right, your pick.
When I was picking, should we kind of just do a quick rundown of the backburners?
I mean, well, you take the lead because, you know, apparently you had a whole list of backburners and I was just watching everything. So.
That's fine.
Okay.
I can do this. Let's see. Where's that annoying name? Oh, well, I guess should we technically grade Takopi Original Sin because it had been ended?
Oh, that's what you... Well, let's rate the other show. Well, let's rate Scooped Up by an Adventurer.
Oh, I don't know why I thought Solid was a grade.
I mean, it is, but it's not like a number. So, like, what do we rate? What's your rate? I would say I'm gonna give it a 7.
I feel like do you feel like we're lenient with shows sometimes?
Well, no, I don't think we're lenient with shows. I think we give I think we're not lenient with shows, so we just have like a more of a well-rounded approach to how we're
I'm gonna give it a 7.
I feel like a 7 is fine because, like we said, it's a different type of show. We haven't seen it before. Yeah, we have. Yeah, I feel like it's totally 7 is fine. I think 7 is a good.
Takopi Original Sin. It was short.
Which
I like.
I'm not mad at it. It was a 6er, and they did it. It was like bam, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Here's the problem. Here's the information.
It was a lot. It was a lot
right,
to experience.
Here's the twist.
A lot of like.
Here's the other twist.
Multiple twists. Okay.
So I liked it. I liked it.
Okay.
It was sick, messed up in the head, kinda.
Yeah.
I feel like if I give it a 9, it's pushing some stuff.
I mean,
so maybe an 8.5. It's a really good watch, but then again, it is only 6 episodes.
It's only 6 episodes. I'm gonna give it I hate to give it an 8 just because of like the content matter and stuff, because it was just a lot. Because I just don't want to promote this type of like stuff. But these stories need to be told, because at the end of the day, I want to say they kind of had a good ending. I want to say it kind of worked out for them, which I'm like, hooray. But yeah, I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 because I know there is a show that I'm like, I already know I'm like, this a 9.
Oh, wow.
It's a 9. And so.
That's a backburner?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, from this season, like, it's probably one of my only 9.
But yeah, I mean, I just like.
It was different.
Some good stuff was short. Like,
it was short.
I tell people all the time, and like, this ain't no plug. Like, he not paying us or nothing. But like, I like Flow Rider albums, like his older albums, because you know what? A lot of people aim for like 12, 15 songs on their track, sometimes 20. And Flow Rider would just drop like 6 or 8 songs on it,
this is.
And I would be like, man, this is a great album, because it was just like 8 good songs. Like, I don't need you to
hear all day.
I don't need you to stretch nothing and try to make something work. Silent Witch.
Okay.
For what it was.
I
want to give it an 8.
Yes, I agree. It's a good show.
It's a good show.
It's a good show.
It's a good watch.
It's a good watch. It's not something like, like you said, it's not something to talk about week to week. You didn't want to talk about week to week, but it's a good show to watch.
You need to watch it.
I'm just rooting for her the whole time. So
some people I can't stand in it, so we got an actual story, like
there's growth, there's character growth here. Stuff's happening.
Good watch.
Good watch. Definitely, yes. 8s all around. Yes.
Okay. Then there is I know I'm going to butcher that name. That's why I'm trying to find it.
What?
The detective thing.
Oh, detectives these days or Earthbound Mole?
No, detectives these days are crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna give this show a 7. Well, no, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 because, like, the hijinks, I'm just like, it's a good detective hijinks show. Because, with the detective shows that are out, like Conan and stuff like that, it could be a little serious, consistently. Sure. And they're just like, hey, we're just a 12er, hijinks along the way.
Having a good time.
That ending, I don't care what anyone says, the ending is, like, the best thing. Wow. It's definitely going to come up for Anime Awards for 2025 for me.
Okay.
I appreciate they had different animation styles just randomly throughout the show. That matched the story. So I'm just like, I'm enjoying the show. It's a good watch.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it. And you gave it a 7.5.
7.5.
I don't know if I was just hijinks burnt out.
It's okay.
But it was a solid show to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to give it a nice 7.
Okay.
Just a nice in between.
Okay.
Go ahead and take a look. Ruri Rocks.
I mean, I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8 because it's a different show. Like, in terms of, like, a
informative.
Yes, I love information. And 2, I haven't seen, and this is my first time seeing, like, a show that's on, like, rocks, gemology, and I just appreciate we're expanding the canon of what is slice of life. Yes, we have camping shows. Yes, we have fishing shows, and someone was like, you know what? Let's go gemstone hunting, and then bam, and they gave me information along the way. So I'm like, absolutely. And also, I love the fact that Ruri was always getting checked all the time to be like, hey, you're acting like a kid. Cut it out. Like we can go home at any time.
It's because of her that I'm only giving this like
the show named after her.
You know what? You bring up a valid point. And you just made it drop more.
That's
I'm going to have to
fine.
give this a 6.5 now.
Okay.
I wanted to give it a 7, mainly because of the information. I like so much about this, except for the main character.
Look, same. I'm just saying, like,
It was just so rough.
it's who she is. I'm just saying, I enjoy the fact how the other characters handled her shenanigans and her being, and they called her out on it. I'm just like, this is great. It's a learning moment for her.
It's for a certain audience.
It is. It's definitely for
and if
somebody.
you're open to this, it's a 7.
Yes.
If you can't stand big-headed, loudmouth, annoying brats,
Maybe it's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this boils down to.
All right.
I'm just gonna call it like I see it. Let's see. For whatever.
I think those are all the back burners.
Okay.
I think so. Because we were talking about Earthbound on a regular basis.
My list is taking its sweet time to load up, so
okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I will say an honorable mention with You in the Rain. Solid show.
I wanted to watch it.
It's solid show. It's great. I would say like
Okay.
8.5.
Wow.
It's a good slice of life. It's a good show.
Okay.
It's a Tanuki who's like a dog, and he lets everyone know like, hey, I'm a dog. They're like, aren't you a Tanuki? He said, nah. I told my owner that I'm a dog. That's the story
That's what we're going with.
Right. Even the veterinarian's like, all right, that's the story we're going with. That's so shared understanding. Good show. Solid show.
Let me see.
I would say solo camping for 2, but it's still going. It's a 24 right now.
Got it. Because, I was going to bring it up.
I mean, I can rate it later on, but can't do it.
I like what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Learning some camping stuff.
Definitely learning some more camping stuff. So, I'm enjoying the watch.
All right, let's see here. Get back on track.
All right.
Do that is not correct on the screen. Let's do Vending Machine.
Okay. They're setting us up for another season. It's even more so clear now.
It literally said it.
In true Vending Machine fashion. That's all I'm saying. They're setting
I
us
don't
up.
think it said there's going to be a season 2 at the end of the first one. Because that's why I was like,
No,
what?
they didn't.
Right.
That's why I'm just like, but
we
you know
got
what?
through it. I was here when an anime was made about someone being a vending machine.
Yeah, that was crazy. And we're just like, we had to watch it to see, like, what's this even about? Yeah. So this time, they're really just setting us up for another season. But, I feel like also this was rushed. I feel like the last 3 episodes were also rushed.
Well, that's funny. Since you gave us a filler for episode 10, you don't have the right to be rushing anything.
Well, they just threw us into the desert stratum, and it's just like, bam.
Right.
We're here.
It was like, if this was about the 2 missing members of the Menagerie,
Because that's
it would
kind
make
of
sense.
right. Because that's kind of where we kind of stopped before. We're just like, hey, the group is broken up now. We're looking for people.
Yeah. All of a sudden, Heave has a backstory.
Yeah, Heaves has a backstory, which I'm fine with. But I was just like, this is now where you. I was like, well, now because he also randomly came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, okay, fine, but it still felt rushed. I was like, cool. Now we're randomly at the desert stratum. We're looking for these shoes because. Yeah, I was like,
who took the shoes?
The guy who took the shoes.
By the way, Tash-Tay is trash.
Tash-Tay is trash.
I can't stand him.
Put him in the book. You got the votes.
Yeah. We hear how he took the boots.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like from Heave's friend, he chopped her legs off. I was like, that's messed up, man. It's crazy. But yes, the filler was quite bold. I was like, why are we doing this?
Because they don't make no sense.
They don't make any sense, but that's fine. It was crazy. But yeah, so I just thought that was interesting that not all of a sudden we're here, we're trying to hunt him down. We finally meet up with him in an alley, and we're just like, no, we're your friends. Like, we're supposed to help you. Because Shui is like, come on. And then, you know, he also randomly came out of nowhere. I was like, oh, okay, fine. But And he's just like, I don't want to be inconvenienced. And like, and Suei's like, no, let me decide. And then I'm just like, why are we all just watching this happen like randomly? I was like, this is strange.
I forgot that Miss Michelle existed. Like
I did too. I felt like Hako also forgot. I think Hako was like, it can't be. Is that him? How has he survived this long? And he's been on the desert stratum this whole time. So I'm just like, got it. Sure. But yeah, so then we end up going through the desert. Humley somehow reunites with us, and I'm like, okay, that's on brand. And yeah, so we go to this pillar in the middle of the desert, find out it's an illusion. We get inside, we're fighting beasts, but the beasts said that they were frozen at first, but then it was like a standoff. I was like, what's happening? Then like it was just interesting. It was interesting. It was rushed. We got the backstory of Hive and his friend and why we want to like take out Tashe and stuff. But then we get thrown into like the lords,
Stratum Lord fight.
A Stratum Lord, and we weren't prepared. But what I will say is what I appreciate is that they ran. They were just like, we're not prepared for this. Let's leave. And most parties would be all like, no, let's try it out. And all of them were just like, no, we are not prepared for this. We're not strong enough for this. We don't know nothing about it. This is a bad plan. I was like, I'm glad that they had shared understanding. So I appreciate that. And then we came back with a plan to, get the, to have the ogres just drink a lot. And I was like, all right. We defeated them. And then we go back to check on Tashe. And Hive's like, I wouldn't worry about it. He's probably been eaten by those ogres by now. But he wasn't. He was frozen. And then Kikoyu, she was like...
We meet a snow fairy.
She said, wait, there's another snow fairy here. And
it hits midnight, so she turns 18.
So then she becomes... it's a whole thing. So then
snow
she
fairies
fights.
become adults at 18.
Yeah. So basically it was like a mini snow fairy match because the other snow fairy works for the Netherlord. And then Hako was like, what if he planned all of this? And I said, I wouldn't be surprised because this Netherlord is like all about the long con. So yeah, and then we close out with the Menagerie of Fools.
Her going to the menagerie to let them know the Netherlord said they had to team up to handle these people.
Specifically Hako and Lammis. I was like, okay. So yeah, they just set us up for season 3. I don't really care for the members of the menagerie. They're the worst. They're the worst. I hope the Netherlord betrays them. I do.
That's what normally happens. Alright, well that's Vending Machine.
Yeah. I'm gonna rate it 6.5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6.
I was just shocked that we got a second season. Because it came out of nowhere, so we had to watch it. We had to see what was going to happen.
I'm just, it took them over half the season to get us to jump back in. And then they ruined it. And I don't know if we're going to fall for it again.
I mean... It depends. If season 3 ends up being a 24, then I'm like, I gotta see what this is about.
Wow.
That's it. If
Real trooper right there.
I just
Another honorable mention.
Okay.
New Saga.
How was that?
I liked it. It was good stuff.
Okay.
It just the whole person's world is warped by Demon Lord attack. He wasn't able to help anyone, but at the end he was able to slay, quote unquote, said Demon Lord. There was something in the throne room. It started time over 3 years sooner. Oh, wow. So now he could prevent it from happening. And he made sure to team up with certain people to make sure that they're alive this time. He left the village. That way he thinks his mom's going to be alive, who apparently must have died. And, we start going after demons, trying to, he knows an idea of what's certain portions of what causes certain things. He figures out other stuff. It was good stuff.
Okay.
I was like, all right. I watched it. Strong 7.5.
Oh, wow.
There was some questionable outfits for some people didn't care for. There was just some nonsense at times when it was just like speaking of nonsense, like we're gonna get into it about Hotel Inhumans, but just some nonsense at times. And then I don't know if it's just me.
Okay.
But this Witch Watch was like a 24.
It was.
And
and I'm just
did we bail too early?
No, I don't think we did, because
okay.
It goes back to what you talked about before. How much hijinks is too much?
It just seemed like way too much hijinks.
In the first 4 episodes, we're just like, is this all this is going to be?
And then every now and again, I see just images, or snippets on the tube, and it'd be like, I'm like, oh, what show is that is? And then, at the end of it, it says Witch Watch. And I'm just
look, I feel
where was this?
It's it got 25 episodes. I feel like once it's all the way done, I will watch.
Maybe.
But I was like, I couldn't. It was too much hijinks while Ahura-san was on. I was like, we gotta choose. And we made the right decision. So it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I think I chose Venom Machine.
Yeah, and I'll just go ahead and lead into the one you mentioned, Hotel Inhumans. Let's go.
Alright. Hotel Inhumans.
That's right, Hotel Inhumans.
It ended like it started. I thought it was pretty bold that they it wasn't just like a 2-piece episode. The last
it was
4
3.
episodes.
It was 3 or 4. I was
10, 11, 12, and 13.
It's true. That's what happened. That's literally what happened.
Yeah. And I was just like, I don't want to drop mad notes, but it's like,
you can.
Cool story about Sagittarius.
That was pretty cool.
We introduced to the Sniper Danica and the Spotter Senta.
I was saying, man.
There's a...
I want to put him in the book. That one guy needed in the book, though.
Oh, I'll jump. 2 guys. Minister Aslan is trash.
Yes, he is. Put him in.
And then Sihashi is also trash.
Mm-hmm.
He's the thug.
Oh, yeah.
Who's running things on the main port. And I just started getting annoyed. Because I'm like, now there's a head librarian at this hotel.
I was also...
I'm like, can we seriously just have a staff meeting? Just let us know who is all here. And then the last episode, they got a tailor. I'm like, it's just too much. I was just like, this, I just don't know anymore. And then...
Because I feel like we're going to end up meeting...
I'm thinking this is over.
I mean, now I'm just like, we have a librarian, we have a tailor. Now I'm like, there has to be someone handling the armory. They have to. We haven't met that person yet.
I don't know if this is just bold, rookie status, or what.
Okay.
But without announcing there's a season 2, they've set up the landscape for a season 2.
I know.
When we got introduced, what were they called? Crows? Whatever them.
Oh, yeah.
Them people were who wanted to recruit.
That one guy that was trash.
Yeah, then we meet a tailor. They showed us the surveillance guy out of nowhere.
Immediately. Same thing with the doctor.
The doctor was showing up. and then and they don't look like background characters. Like the Taylor had a picture of herself and a young Sarah on her desk. So I'm just like,
who are these people?
Is somebody about to attack the hotel in season 2? And it can be the only reason you introducing us to all these people. So I don't know. And then in the hotel Inhuman fashion,
Justin can't stand this show.
They just ruined it. I mean, they getting layups and they want to take a difficult shot because, first of all, I just knew it. When that girl came to tell us
we got another
that there's
job.
a client, or and you about to talk to her, but I'm just thinking to myself, don't y'all do everything together? I'm like, she gonna get captured. And then I was like, shaking my head. I knew it. Why did she leave alone? Now she's captured.
But why did Danica not stop her? I'm like, shame on both of them. Shame on both of them.
Hey, maybe.
What do you mean, maybe? Like,
she had to get checked out at the doctor's.
No, because Chentino told her, she was like, all right, I'll be back.
Hey, I don't like that. Then we met, they had a pretty cool backstory.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was sick, because I can only imagine why Danica was in the situations to kill people.
Right.
But I was like, okay, so we got the backstory.
Yeah.
And then this loser, Hikaru, whoever the male concierge is, this dude is sneezing and talking inside these vents. Like, what if people hurt us? Didn't care for that. That's basically my whole note for episode 11, by the way. Like, I was just watching it, and I was like, this dude is a clown.
He's gonna get us caught.
And then, that's when we find out Minister Aslan, he's trash.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hashi is trash. And then, of course, it looked like we gonna, Sarah come with the ambush, smoke cloud everywhere. We not gonna kill the kid. So as soon as that happened, I'm like, oh my God. Of course that weasel saw it. So he gonna take this stupid kid hostage.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he said, this is where it got dumb. This is where I was just ready to start dropping grades. Because he say don't move. Valid. Won't move. Got it. Then he looks away. Starts berating the kid. And looking down at the kid. You got a sniper rifle. Like, Sarah could throw a knife. Like, as soon as this idiot looked down at this kid, he should have been dead. I was like, okay, whatever. And then they kept, at the start of every episode, kept bringing up the Sagittarius story with Chiron and Hercules. And I was just like, oh my God. Dana could take the bullet when this little kid about to shoot the dude, his oppressor. He's saying, I'm not a toy. I was like, whatever, kid. And sure enough, Dana could get shot, and I'm thinking to myself, Dana showed me this Sagittarius thing 4 times in a row. And if this is how it's going to end, this is going to be so weak. So she only get grazed in the arm. They had the whole speech about, not you, don't become me. Yeah. Sent to grab the hands too. And I'm just like, I was like, okay, we just got through this horrible ordeal inside this room. We went ahead, put the eye down and shot the Aslan guy. Cool. I'm just like, hello. They realized, Danica already knew they were in love, but Shinta had to go ahead and confess it. And I'm just thinking to myself,
well, they had to see the meteor shower.
No, that's fine.
Okay. But
I'm thinking to myself, come on, writer. they should be adopting that kid.
Exactly, 100%. But then I was like, no, I was okay because now they're known, and so they didn't.
Once that happened, I was okay with it.
Yeah.
But I was like, adopt a kid.
Okay.
Rename him Chiron.
Should have seen it 4 times.
Or Hercules.
Should have seen it 4 times. Yeah.
And then they could have just been on the run together. But then once they became, and I was just like, what is the effing point? Like, what is the point of Hotel Inhuman? Because I'm like, this happened. Y'all can't edit documents. Y'all can't pin the kill on the dude dead. Something. Y'all got tons of inner workings.
Yeah.
The underground world now has a bounty on their head. The underground world comes to Hotel Inhuman. Like, what are we doing?
Don't know.
So, I was just done after that. Then that's when the whole that Taylor showed up. I couldn't take that one. And then, they saw the meteor shower. So I was just like, okay. Hotel Inhuman.
I'm going to give it a 7. I know I'm alone in that, but that's fine. But
I'll give it a 7.
Okay, because I feel like they set this up for season 2 because we have to know what his background is because they've done so much,
They can also leave him alone. Dude's trash.
Justin's like, sneeze and this vent too many times.
Yo, he be working that taser like crazy. Yo, I was like, why did he taser him? It didn't make no sense. He just walked in there and started talking. That dude should have took the kid as an even bigger hostage. Should have had him around his neck and was like, where did you come from? How did y'all... He asked the questions. How did y'all get here so quick? As he's looking at them, would you kill him? Like, all that could have been done. This dude should have died so many times before that little kid even had a chance to try to kill him. All right. Oh, no, you picked it.
I did. I just knew you were gonna have a fit about the show. I just knew it.
I mean, we've seen this all the way through, but welcome to Outcast Restaurant.
Just a solid show.
I was gonna say, just solid.
It's a solid show. I'm happy with how it ended. He became level 100. We got justice. Those was it 3? No, those 4 chumps got their just desserts.
We got a recording of it. And the world knows.
Yeah, the magicians, like the same ones who are at the restaurant reading from our magical library, were like, "What did you just say?"
Right.
And at first I was like, I knew I should have borrowed that book.
The law is carried out by mages who heard everything.
Yeah, so they're handling that, and so
we get a name from that guy who looked like Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Heath.
Yeah.
And Heath was planning on using Vigo as a pawn as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Dennis is Heath's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
And we rebuilt the restaurant.
I mean, just giving a note to writers. I'm just like, are we not gonna introduce Atelier to his teacher Jean? Like, what's going on?
8 different lives.
Apparently, I was like, that's crazy.
Yo, so first of all,
Okay.
I'm gonna jump and then I'm gonna go back.
Okay, that's the best way to do it.
I was thinking to myself, because they had this one scene when Vivia is just explaining what's happening, and I was just like, hold on. Are you telling me Vivia is the main character this whole time? I was just like, it's like, who the heck is Vivia talking to? And then talking to Cynthia. Oh yeah, at first they were talking to us. And I was just like, Not only is he the main character, not only is he giving us a flashback, like telling us the situation. I was like, he not even grown. Like, you can't be like pulling this off. Like, and then we see he talking to Cynthia's grave, and I was just like, okay. And then when I go back, episode 10, this is the only, so this helped save its grade. Like, I get it solid.
Okay.
They started showing us Vigo as a child, and I just paused it. I was like, oh no.
I was like, y'all not gonna try to make us
feel
for him. But my question is, where did his brother go? Where did his brother go?
He knew that fool was crazy, and he that's exactly what I wrote. I put, yeah, right. You not about to win me over with a Vigo backstory. And then I watched it and I said, didn't have to worry. This dude, honestly, can be in the hate book.
I know, the way he treated that dog was terrible.
Oh, the dog thing alone.
Yeah.
I was like...
And set their house on fire. He was like, now they like us.
Tricking nobles, killing dogs. He kicked the heck out of that butler. I was like, that was enough. I was looking for my hate book. I was like, this man... So I ain't putting on this hate book in a long time. Then I said, arson? Then he set up the leader of the Silver Fang troop. He was like, it's cool. This dragon, they peaceful as long as you don't attack them. He excited them. He was like, Vigo, what have you done? I was like, oh my God. It's like, this dude is the worst. He might get in that book. So yeah, I mean, it was a more than solid show.
I'm just glad his brother got away from him and never looked back.
Maybe he'll show up in this season 2 that's clearly hinted with us randomly showing us Heath-sama, and I'm just thinking to myself, the brother probably with Heath somehow.
Probably.
I give it a 7.5.
Yeah, same. It was a good show. 7.5. That sounds alright. Alright. Earthbound Mole.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna jump. I finally got answers. We know who that lady is. We know who the candy shop lady is.
You right.
Because I was like, are we never gonna engage this person?
It was the last episode. And
I was so proud of him. I was like, Maggie, this is the time. Ask the questions we've all been wanting to ask.
You could have been asked these questions.
No,
she was very forthcoming.
She really was.
And I was just like, yo, she sure is speaking a lot. That's like that's a note I put here. They also, all these shows were subtly, except for Vending Machine, making it clear as day. All these shows were subtly letting you know another season. Yeah. Because you can't drop that kind of information.
Absolutely not.
She's a jailer. He's a fallen god. I was like, there it is.
Like, that's the show.
Yeah, right. We can work with this. You know, and like you said, I feel like episode 12 could have just been titled For Jakia and Others, because he was asking everything. He was like, are there other people here? She said yes.
I was like, finally. I was like,
he said, can you see him? Talk to Red Panda. She said yes.
I always could have.
He said, who is Mogura? A human, but he was a god. And I was like, oh, snaps. Right. Fallen gods can't drink liquor because liquor is used for an offering and he ain't worthy of an offering.
I was like, wow.
We got his real name.
Yeah.
Last episode gave you everything you wanted.
It really did. I mean, the only thing it didn't give me was more of the convenience store manager, because I would have liked...
Oh, yeah.
That would have made it... That would have been like Chef's Kiss if he was like...
We didn't get that at all for 10, 11, or 12. It's like I told you. Make a spinoff. It could be, I forget them shows.
It could even be like 5 minutes.
I was gonna say them shows that's just 8 minutes long. Give me that. Like, you don't understand. We might have to write to these people. You have an audience here. And you're like, you don't even have to let it be like canon. Just go with it. You know? Convenience store antics at the end of every episode. You know, he's trying to build that dude. Like, I'm here for it. I'm going to put that man on a shirt. That's all I need. Good show.
Yeah, it was a good show. We finally got
that merfolk thing kind of like
that was crazy.
The current merfolk kind of like disgusted me, where I wanted to lower the ranking of the show. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, I was like, it's a very good show.
Yeah, it worked out. Like the cats put in work. You know, one's motivated by food. Other one's by cool.
They gave a whole story on how the red panda is actually could be technically stronger than them cats. Like, he was fighting off that until eventually he caught up to him. You know, Mogura had that fight with the son. It's like two old men fighting. He called him an unsightly merfolk. Like, it was kind of rough. And then I was calling a little man, like, that dude, little boy, like, that man is grown. But the son was like, I just started laughing. Like, the son was like, do you have a mother? A family? And Mogura was just like, confused. It was like, what? No. He was like, you're jealous of our family. You poor thing.
I know. And I was like, this is crazy.
He said, that's why you grew up a bad boy. I was like...
I said, in what world? It was crazy. And then, like, how they ended up going to the grandma's house and she was just, like, not fighting it. She's just like, all right.
Well, they were like, what about the festival? Man, asked all these questions. She's like, who cares about that? Trying to take care of her son.
Right.
There was the one scene where, like, the daughter had fell in the river, and she went to, old girl went to go save her, and they were, and the little girl was like, I told you about these currents. And they were like, she was like, it's me. She's like, oh. I was like, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was funny.
I could see this is just enough hijinks.
Just enough hijinks to get us through each episode. It was just like outrageous. No, I was just like, just remembering the fight the red panda was having. He was fighting for his life, man.
He's fighting that thing.
But yeah, solid show. I'll give it a 7.5.
I'll give it an 8. I like it.
I mean, I gotta see what season 2 is looking like.
Sure.
That was funny.
Uglymug, Epicfighter.
That was crazy.
We finally go ahead.
We finally find out who she is.
Get the backstory. She ran into the Traveler of the Wind. And I kind of just wanted it to end.
Okay.
It kind of sets up for season 2. Because literally at the end of the last episode, they bust in on their lunch and they're like, we got some information about Ordon's spear. Mm-hmm. Also, Katrina came out from underneath the rubble. Right. So I'm like, okay.
But I appreciate that though, because when Katrina was fighting that one guy who betrayed us, he was like, oh, I don't believe in Almighty God. Yeah, Kaido. He was like, I don't believe in that. And then she didn't realize, like, oh, like, my powers should still work, and, like, they did not work. And I was like, oh, this is good information to know. Right. I was like, this is really good to know.
But once again, what are we doing?
Right.
This dude is a wanted criminal. Mm-hmm. How is he able to just be walking around freely in town? That's first of all.
These are excellent questions.
The sister who had to get bought and freed, got taken again.
She did. I was like, what are we doing?
None of this makes sense.
None of it makes sense. But
yeah, it's like you said, like, Kaido was like, he don't believe in gods. And then he wasn't messing around. He was like, that man ain't dumb. He was like, only Katrina could have killed Kajita. And he was like, you never know if we're next.
But then he was like, this is what happens. He said, you should have paid me the full amount.
And he's standing on business.
Oh, it's crazy. But he meant it. He was like, no. I mean, I was still confused about how Hikaru ended up becoming handsome for that moment. Like, I rewinded it twice. I was like, what
you mean? Old girl put a spell on him. The sister that knows him.
Oh.
That knows the truth. Just like how she showed up in that demon.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what's happening? I said, did I miss something?
Making his powers weaken.
And Aaliyah's like, that's my Prince Charming. I was like, what's happening? But I told you she wasn't going to be that girl. She wasn't going to be the one that was causing all the issues.
Yeah, that's true.
But it does make me wonder if Karina's sister, the one who was causing all the issues, if she did end up in this world, though.
I like to think so. She certainly ain't dead.
She not. Yeah, Karina definitely let us know that. She was like, she lived.
She made it.
She was like, I was hoping she didn't, but she did. And I was like, man, that's crazy. But no, I feel like it was just a solid show. It all worked out. I'm happy that, like, all the people that he ended up helping in the other world, you know, they all ended up being in touch with him. We got to finally see Sika's story. Her story was like, you know, it was sad, but, you know, underdog, and she did it. She was living her life to the fullest. And like, those kids, I wanted to put those kids in the book because they were awful. I was like, she in a wheelchair and bandages, and they were just picking on her. I was like, and he was like, she's like, I just want to go home now. She was just trying to go outside, get some fresh air.
Here's the rough part of this. Maybe don't be going by that part. You know, like,
she didn't know. She didn't think any of those kids were going to be bothering her. Come on now.
What about when we don't even know your uncle at? Like, I'm
glad her uncle was nice because I was worried that she was going to be with a relative that wasn't nice. Sure. But she did have a very nice relative. So I was like, thank goodness.
I mean, I hear you about them kids, but them kids also tore into him because they were like, hey, man, you, like, get out of here, Baldy.
He said, I'm not bald. My hair's just He
said, I'm just starting to thin.
The fact that he had a response hurt my nerves. I was like, no.
They had to tear him up. So.
Yeah, those kids were no joke. I was like, terrible. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed Uglymug. It was an unexpected of a show. Like, I didn't think I would like this show that much. But no, I was like, this all worked out.
All right.
Yeah. All right, what you ranking it?
I would say a 7.
Yeah, I feel like it's a 7. All right, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. What is next? Okay. Ooh, now we're getting to the heavy hitters. No, we're not. No, we're not. Tougen Anki.
Oh, okay.
What? I wasn't gonna talk about Apocalypse Bringer. Okay.
And you can talk about the Hikaru died.
Oh,
just like that show.
That's true. No, I got I'm going on.
It's fine. Tougen
Anki. All right. You said you had smoke for me today. Is this the show that you got smoke for me on? Yeah, review your notes because you gave me all the stats. Yesterday.
I was right. The doctor lived.
I wanted that. I don't know what the problem is. I was hoping he would live.
I was like, I'm confused. They stopped showing him. That man is alive. He's like, nah, he dead. Like, nah, that man was alive. All right, yeah, but go
on. Okay. I mean, so I'm jumping because like I got annoyed. I'm just annoyed with I'm just annoyed with Shiki. I'm just getting tired of this kid. I'm really getting tired of him. He's not making good decisions. He's not making good decisions.
Maybe.
He doesn't understand the gravity of the situation. So yes, okay, so after all the stuff happened in that town, we ended up having to leave to go on this field trip or excursion to Kyoto, which is crazy because that's like Momotaro like Central, which is, in my mind, I was like, that's stupid. Why are we going here, right? I was like, why are we here if this is like a place where people are obviously looking for us? The only difference is that we changed our hair color, except for one person. Because he was like, how come I don't get a disguise?
I mean, but what about leading up all into that? We get your favorite information. We found out about the children of Kishin.
Yeah.
There's always 8 at a time. And then that's when I was just like, oh, snaps, do we got 8 people with us? But we don't.
Yeah, they not the 8. They not the 8. Maybe we got 3 of the 8, but we ain't got the 8.
You know what I think? We got 7. And there's an 8 out there.
Nah, man. I mean, well, because I was just ready for all that to be done. Like, yes, the battle happened and ensued. Whatchamacallit finally died. What's his name?
Subakari. That man... Then they hit us with a Subakari backstory.
Yeah, apparently he just got engaged, or like he married, he got a kid.
You know, only killed his family. This dude,
they wasn't gonna make me feel bad for him.
This dude was saying all the right stuff to get in the hate book, because he was like, I was like, yep, I think I hate this dude.
Oh yeah,
he literally told May's parents, once I kill you two, I'm going to kill your daughter. And she going to be all alone and scared until she dies. She'll cry out for Mama, Papa, but you won't be there. And I said, God dang.
He's terrible.
I was like, this dude is twisted.
He's the worst.
And then he was like, what did he say? He said, and Oni has no rights to be happy. Oni has no right to dream. Onis have no future. I said, God dang. Like, this dude is like...
I'm not a fan of this person. I'm glad...
I'm going to put him in the hate book.
Yeah,
he's
I'm not a fan of him. I didn't feel bad for him. I think he got exactly what he deserved.
But then, like you said, fight ends. They go back to this dormitory. Rokuro, in my opinion, is a genius because they got to decide. He's like, they got to room up with people, and Rokuro's like, if I room up with the teacher, he will protect me. You know? Like, this makes all the most sense in the world.
It does. Yeah, so they're in the gym. You know, I felt like it was kind of like a filler moment.
Yeah, exactly. And now we can get to where you were.
Yeah, because they didn't save him no food.
He got a pudding cup.
But they were like ready to risk it all for a pudding cup. I said, what's wrong with these kids? Can't even last one night. But anyways, yeah, so we end up in Kyoto. Everyone has a disguise except for Juji. Is that his name? I think his name's Juji. The one with the green hair. Yeah, yeah, and we're going to get information, I suppose.
We need it.
We need a lot more than that. And then, you know, Shiki, like, is supposed to go ahead and get his blood drawn after the excursion. And I was like, cool. And so, like, you know, we're all walking to the hotel. And this is what I was like, this is just bad teachering. Because I was like, you knew he walked away. Why didn't you grab him? Why didn't you stop him? He got distracted and went to a festival. I'm just like, read the room. We're in Momotaro territory.
Right.
People are looking for us. People are looking for you specifically. Why don't you... I was like, you don't have the best grasp of your powers at all. Like, what are you doing? You can't do anything by yourself. I was like, you're just putting us in harm's way. And then he meets this random person, and I was like, is this person also in a disguise? I was just like, there's just too many disguises happening. And, you know, they become friends. And you come to find out that the person that Shiki befriended is a Momotaro.
No, of course.
And so now they enemies, and they don't even know that they enemies of one another. But I was like, this is crazy. I was like, it's crazy. I was like, this is just outrageous. And then he's like, yeah, I got planned. I'm free tomorrow. Let's hang out tomorrow. He said, yeah, I'm just supposed to do this one thing. And I'm just like, why are we leaving him alone? I said, he's already shown us that he can't be trusted by himself. And so, yeah, he ends up getting his blood drawn. And then he leaves, and he's like, cool, I'm going to go spend time with my friend. And then, thankfully, it's just crazy. I was like, I just got annoyed with this. I'm just like, am I going to be able to handle another season of, like, these kids not knowing anything, aren't able to do anything?
They definitely set it up.
Yeah, they set us up for another season, but I'm just like, do I want to participate in this nonsense? I think the answer is no. I'm just getting a whole lot of nothing. Because even the guy that's like trying to avenge Tsubakari, he's not even supposed to be doing this. He's not even supposed to be picking up this case.
He ain't trying to avenge him. I mean, he's doing this for the chance.
Well, to outdo, and move up. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like he'll just be like, well, this is the opportunity to try to, like, lie.
Out of jurisdiction.
Right. He was like, well, they did that to him, so we should go ahead and do this. And so I'm just like, do I want to get involved with someone who's, like, not even supposed to be doing this side quest anyway? I'm like, no. No. So, we'll see. We'll see. I just don't have much hope for this show. I don't.
Score.
I'm gonna give it 6.5.
Still got some potential.
That's all it's got. That's all it's got is potential. That's it.
I'm thinking 7.5.
That's crazy.
Apocalypse Breaker.
Man, it got dark quick.
Got weird quick.
Got weird and dark very quickly. Take us away.
The witch serves a master, and the master is Mynoghra, which is what our town is called.
Yep.
And it seems she's from a game that's a dice game. We also see a hero was brought to this world.
A demon lord is brought to this world.
I'm talking about the hero who killed the demon lord from the girls, and then they were about to kill him until Atu stepped in.
Yeah.
So a hero got also brought to this world.
Yeah, and I'm also saying the demon lord was also brought to this world. Yes.
So now the question becomes, is this hero supposed to be having a task of defeating all these demon lords from all these other games? I'm not too sure who or what's the deal with this.
Well, no, because I believe what the demon lord said. He's like, there's not supposed to be a hero in this world.
Well, that's what he was told.
That's what he was told, right.
I'm thinking this is a situation where there's several gods in this world.
Okay.
One brought that hero here.
Yeah.
One brought that demon lord here saying, this is how you get your freedom. Somebody brought our boy here. I'm thinking there's just several entities. They're playing games.
But I think it's interesting how they're going about it, because like we weren't told to like take over the world. We're just told to build up our town.
Your stuff, yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know. Unless they were I don't know.
But I'm okay with it because we got information.
We did.
If we take over the world and build a yada yada yada, we'll be able to bring Isla back.
That's true. That's a good enough reason for everybody.
That's enough for me.
That's enough for everybody in the group. Okay? I felt bad for the girls. They had to eat her heart. Sure. I said, man, they cannot catch a break, even if they tried. And, they handle business. They're just like, hey, I thought it was hilarious how the demon lord was trying to have a conversation with them.
And he's like, so you're not willing to talk.
And they're just like, this ain't a game. Like,
why are we talking?
Why are we talking? They're just like, gotta give Isla a chance to talk. Like, what are you doing? Like, no. So I feel like they handled business pretty well. I think
his last two generals with ease.
Absolutely, he's just like, and you know, I'm annoyed with the hero because I'm like, they should have let the girls take that kill. I think they should have, because this hero, I don't know about him. Something about him is off. I don't trust him.
Means he ain't strong. He said, "Where y'all at now? Y'all won't be able to take me." So I was like, okay. And then it took old boy forever to realize. I'm like, yes, dude. You are a part of the game.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just a strategist. Now we're sitting. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you have power. You probably should have been on the front line. Probably should have been out there. Probably should at least had our best Dark Elf fighter out there. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was an unknown. Okay. I think it was an unknown in the sense of like, the only thing that we kind of knew was happening was that there was like these witches that were on the loose, because like the witch was going up against the priest. And she was like, "Hey, priesty." I was like, "What's happening?" She's like, "I've killed you before." And she was like,
and yet, and killed 17 times.
And she's like, "And yet here I stand." So obviously, whatever you're doing, it's not working.
And I was like, and now it's 18. Like,
right.
And then she came back.
Right. And so I feel like that was like the only known. We're just like, hey, but now it's clear to him that he's like, there are multiple games at play now that are happening in this world. And so they have to figure out how they're going to do this. So, you know, that this could have been the time where we utilized our allies. And that one chump who works my nerves. We could have had more support. We could have had more support, but we weren't ready. And yeah, so we lost Isla, and so now it makes me wonder, like, which of the other generals are we going to summon?
Yeah, I want to see who gets brought.
Because, like, they said all the other ones, they don't trust them.
It sucks that why couldn't we just get a hold of these medics? Medics probably could have defeated these generals.
Yeah. We probably shouldn't have sent everybody. You know?
Sure.
So, but yeah. But no, all in all, I enjoyed the show. It was something definitely different.
8.5.
I'm going to give it an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. Because I felt bad for the girls. I was like, I don't know if I like that term. Alright. Water Magician.
Alright.
I'm okay with how the show ended. I will say that I can finally say that yes, I can't stand Abel. He's the worst. He's trash, and he's a problem. I don't like him. I never liked him, and even at the very end, I don't like him. Like, I had a moment. I was like, Jakia, maybe you're being childish right now.
Right.
You know, because, you know, Rio didn't need all this. You know, like, when we came across the, like, the fire, this is me jumping with the fire magician and stuff. Rio's like, hey, you hurt my friends? Cool, say less. We're done. Like, you know.
The best last episode.
It was the best last episode I've seen in a while, but I was just annoyed how Abel came in and tried to stop him from, like, fighting.
No, his job is to make sure there's not a war.
But that has nothing to do with Ryu, because like he didn't initiate the attack.
That don't mean anything.
I know, and this is what I said, and that's why I said maybe I'm being childish, because I was like, Ryu, you could just go home, just go back to the forest. Like, you don't need any of this. Like, these people need you.
He just wanted to go to the forest because he was talking like, said, "Oh man, it's almost that time for harvest," and I'm just like.
Yes. I was like, just go home. You don't need any of this. I was like, you don't need any of this.
He starts fighting the Inferno Magician after the Inferno Magician attacked his boys who was trying to protect Princess Fiona because they didn't know that dude was a fire magician.
But I'm just like, he should have been on his job anyway so that she wouldn't have got hurt in the first place.
100%.
So this is another reason why I'm just like, no. I don't care. No.
The fact that Rio was like, Abel, you said your piece, right? Now I'm going to kill him for hurting my friends. I said, this is a main character I can get behind.
Absolutely. He said enough chatter, enough talk. Let's go handle this.
Bringing this dude to business.
Mm-hmm. It was good. I would say it's one of the strongest fights of the season. So I don't
know what show you was talking about, but this is definitely getting a 9 for me. I love WandaVision. Everything about it was great.
No, it's a good show. I feel like I'm giving it an 8.5. I'm giving it an 8.5. Yeah. Because I wanted to see more with Sarah. And, you know, I feel like we didn't get more information about Albuquerque. Like, curiosity is mine. I hope we get another season. I hope we get another season.
Everyone.
They showed
Albuquerque. They showed the Empire. They showed the guy looking down on Rio, letting us know the situation. I took it as both Sarah and the Inferno dude are also reincarnated.
That's a thought.
Based off of what that angel person has said. And he is like, hopefully you can live through all of this.
That was crazy. We did get his backstory, though. And I was just like, oh, okay. Because before, his hair was not white. And now it is.
What is that man name? Boskana and Poochie are trash. We can put them in the book. And then I started to think.
Okay.
I said, these bandits.
Mm-hmm.
These bandits have been doing this for years.
For years.
And I'm just trying to figure out, nobody in the stop all this time. Ain't no, or the fact that they don't want to go find regular jobs. They've been hanging on, as this kid's been growing up in life, they've still been looting and banditing. And I'm like, I guess being a bandit had was steady income back then.
Okay.
Like, it got so bad, the dude got old, lost his hair. I'm glad we got that revenge.
Okay. All right.
There it goes. So I got Clavantes, I got Lord of Mysteries.
Right. Shield Hero.
Shield Hero.
Sakamoto Days.
Where the heck is...
We got Kaiju. Oh, Hikaru. Wait, we can do Hikaru. Summer Hikaru died.
Go for it.
Oh, that's your... Okay, alright. Well, I'll choose another one then. The Summer Hikaru died. I don't want to say that I didn't enjoy the ending. Because I feel like that wouldn't be the right thing to say.
Okay.
Because, you know, this was a skit, you know, this was a horror, or supposed to be in the lens of horror, mystery, suspense. And it had all of those things. It had all of those things. You know, now were the main two characters annoying? Yes. 100%. And I think that's what, like, takes it away from, like, kind of lowers it for me. I'm like, yes, they had growth, there were growing moments of them as people, as, like, individuals, about what they care about, like, this being that took over Hikaru and just, like, them coming into existence and us learning the history and of the town and the village. Like, you know, all these pieces, I was getting all this information.
Sure.
Come to find out that bounty hunter guy, he can't see. And we didn't know. You know, it was just, you know, so much stuff was coming out of no. It's just, I just feel like it was unresolved for me.
Okay.
I just feel like overall it was unresolved because it's like, he's never going back to the mountain.
Well, not by his choice.
Never. Like, I feel like maybe there has to be another season. I'm just like, I don't know what's going to happen because, like, maybe they're setting us up for a season 2 because the guy with the, Tanaka, that's his name, the one with the glasses who's, like, there on the mission. He's just like, no, I have something much bigger planned. And I'm just like, well, what do you have planned? I was like, what's coming?
Right.
Like, what are you trying to do? And I was like, you guys haven't done a good job of, like, letting us know what it is. Like, apparently the mom, the random lady who's been very helpful with information, she was like, oh no, maybe he's with that company. I said, who's this company? I need more information. I was like, what's going on? You're giving me too much breadcrumbs. You're breadcrumbing me too much. And, you know, high five to Yuta and his brother coming through with more information about this town. So that we actually learned what the Endo's actual, like, original sin was, which was crazy and wild. You know, so I feel like it gave us all those things of, like, murder, mystery, suspense, all that stuff.
But you also felt like it gave you loose ends.
I feel like I just gave me loose ends. And, you know, I think it was wholesome at the end that, you know, Yoshiki and Hikaru and this being that's now Hikaru are just like, no, we care about each other. Like, we friends. Like, I want us to, like, be in this. And I'm just like, don't you understand? You're not supposed to be here.
Right.
This is going to continue to distort. You're going to continue to be a magnet. Like, that hasn't changed. That hasn't changed. That things are still coming to this, and that he's no longer powerful enough to, like, handle things when stuff happens. So I'm just like, I just don't know. I just don't know. I want to root for this show. I want to root for, because it's taking us somewhere.
Do you?
It's taking us somewhere.
Because my biggest problem is this show wanted to be Dark Gathering.
No, Justin. Who wishes it was Dark Gathering?
And that's what I'm saying. I think, unfortunately, so many things are going to get compared to that.
It's such a great, because that's just a top tier show.
Right.
And, like, what's the point with, like, the dad, like, Yoshiki's dad, like, he randomly is here, and then we come to find out, like, oh, he was the closest one to, like, Hikaru's dad. I said, why did we go to him in the first place? Why did we go to him in the first place to get these answers? Like, I'm confused. Like, why did it take us this long to get here? And then also, why had, like, you know, then we find out his whole dynamic with his wife. Like, he's like, yeah, he was like, you don't really talk to mom. He was like, yeah. He said, you should probably fix that. And I was just like, what's happening in this house? I said, your daughter doesn't go to school. Your husband don't really talk to anybody. I was like, what's going on with this family? And then the biggest thing is, Hikaru's mom, where is she? Like, how has she not understood the shift and change in this person? I'm just like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's not adding up.
Listen.
It's not adding up for me. But the animation for the last episode was great.
Animation's good.
It's top tier.
It had the potential to be a great show.
I mean, people love this show. A lot of people love it for, like, the character development and growth, and I was like, sure.
Giving it a 6.
I just don't know. I'm between a 6.5 and 7.
Okay.
It was just too late. Yeah. But apparently it's supposed to get a season 2, so we'll see.
I feel like, should we do all the hard hitters on its own part 2?
Sure, we can do part 2.
Alright, yeah, let's do it that way, because we got a lot of hard hitters